Hi students, my name is Hitesh Narashet. I am from Manara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 9th standard, that is describing motion. In describing motion we already discussed about some of the quantities. Those are what is meant by motion and what is meant by speed, what is meant by velocity, distance, displacement, and also we discussed about acceleration, that is change in velocity. So in last class we discussed about graphical representation of motion. In that we discussed about distance time graph. So let us move on to the next topic, that is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. So second one is the velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Yes. So we already learned about distance time graph. In distance time graph, we have to take time along x-axis and distance along y-axis. Here it is also in the same case, that is, so just observe it's a velocity time graph. Here time is along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. When we take time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis, that graph we are called as a velocity time graph. So what is meant by velocity time graph? So a graph having time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. So that graph we are call it as a velocity time graph. A graph having time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis is known as velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Then how can we represent that one? So let us draw a graph here. So firstly I want a vertical line, then a horizontal line. Here. So the horizontal line is known as x-axis and the vertical line is known as y-axis. Here what we have to do, we have to take time along x-axis, that is time in second along x-axis, and velocity in meter per second. What is the SI unit of velocity? It is meter per second. So velocity along y-axis. When we have such a graph, that graph is known as velocity time graph. So some nature of motion we have to represent like this. Yes, here. So this is the nature of the graph or nature of the motion. So we have to learn in the next concept. So here, compared to the last topic, that is distance time graph, compared to the distance time graph, there the slope gives speed or velocity. So here what we have to do? So here we have to check what is the slope of this graph. So here, what we have to take here? So here the same procedure. So we have to construct a triangle here. That one is a right angle triangle. Yes. So here we have to construct a right angle triangle. So I will name this A, B, and C. Here. So this distance. So here we have to represent this distance. I will take this distance. And here I will take, yes, so here, yes, so you just observe, so this distance is known as velocity in this interval, and this distance is known as this interval of time. So then we have to know how to get the slope. Slope means we already know that AB by BC. This distance divided by this distance we have to take. That is slope. Slope is equal to AB by BC. Then what is AB there? Here this distance means this distance. So this distance is nothing but velocity of an object in this interval. Velocity. So it's a velocity only. So let us take AB as velocity and BC. Here this distance represents this interval. That means it's in the time axis. So that's why this interval is nothing but it's a time taken. Time taken. So then what we have? Velocity by time means it's an acceleration. Acceleration of the object. Acceleration of the motion of an object. So here we have. So that means when we take the slope of this velocity time graph, then we have acceleration. So what we have, that is slope of the graph, slope of the velocity time graph, slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration or change in velocity of an object. Yes. So commonly the velocity time graph is known for finding acceleration of an object or change in velocity of an object here. So this is the uses of this velocity time graph. So here also there are some of the conditions are there in a uniform motion. So in case of acceleration means it's a uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration and retardation. Retardation means negative acceleration. That means when we ride with the bicycle or bike. So firstly we have to start. Initially we are in the rest. So firstly we have to move. Move means then we have uniform velocity. After moving is almost uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means uniform motion means it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Then we have to raise our velocity or raise our acceleration. We have to rotate our accelerator. Then it comes to the non-uniform acceleration or uniform acceleration. So likewise when we slows down, then it becomes retardation. That means the acceleration decreases. Then we have negative acceleration also. We have some of the cases. Look, so let us take one by one. Yes, so firstly we have to take uniform motion. So case 1 is uniform motion. So uniform motion means an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time. So you just observe the tabular column, it's a organized form of a data. So that is, so in first second, so object covers 2 meters. In 2 seconds, object covers 4 meters. And 3 seconds, in 3 seconds, object covers 6 meters. And after the interval of 4 seconds, object covers 8 meters. That means, so here it is a uniform motion. That means here each interval of time, that is each interval of second, the object covers 2 meters. So that means it's a case of uniform motion. So we have to draw in a velocity time graph. So this case we have to write in a graphical representation of motion, that is velocity time graph. So firstly what we have to do, we want velocity, not displacement, because here in this case in the velocity time graph we have time along x-axis, time in second along x-axis and velocity along y-axis, velocity in meter per second. So we have time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. We don't want this displacement. We want time, we don't want displacement, but we want velocity here. So let us take velocity. So here we have to find out the velocity here. because velocity is equal to displacement by time. We know that. That is velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Yes. So what we have to do? We have to divide displacement by time. So 2 by 1, it is 2 meter per second. Then 4 by 2, it is 2 meter per second. 6 by 3, it is also 2 meter per second. 8 by 4, it is also 2 meter per second here. So after that, what we have to do? So we have time, we have velocity. So we have to represent in a velocity time graph here. So according to the our data, so we have to take the coordinates here. So here just observe 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is increases 1 by 1. So here I will take 2 units is equal to 1 second. So here I will take 1. Here after 2 unit I will take another second, 3, here 2, and after 2, 3, here after 2, 4. Then here only 2 is there. So that means we only want 1 and 2. So take like this only. Here I will take 1, here I will take 2, here I will take 3, here I will take 4. No need of else. So 2 is only enough. Yes. Then after that we have to write the scale. Scale x axis and y axis. So both we have to write here. So here just observe x axis is equal to 2 unit. 2 unit is equal to 1 second. Here also 2 unit is equal to, it increases 1 second. 2 unit increases 1 second. That means 2 unit is equal to 1 second. Equal to 1 second. Then here just observe. Here also 2 unit. After 2 unit, the 1 unit is increases. 1 meter per second increases. That's why 2 unit is equal to 1 meter per second. Yes. So then we have to draw the graph. Yes. So first 1 second we have 2 meter per second. So here for 1 second we have to write here. Then 2 second we have 2 meter per second velocity. Here we have to write the same in that line only. Then 3 second also we have 2 meter per second. After completion of 3 second, so we have 2 meter per second. Yes. Then here 4. After completion of 4 second, the object has the same velocity, that is 2 meter per second. Here it is. So that means here all the values are So the graph looks like this. So this is the graphical representation of velocity time graph when we have uniform motion. So this is the graphical representation. It's the line parallel to the x-axis. So here the line is parallel to the x-axis. Nature of graph gives the line is parallel to the x-axis here. So here we have to know how we can find out the value of velocity. So here we know about velocity, all the velocity is common here. So here we have another possibility to get displacement or like that. So that means, so just observe, so we have to take velocity is equal to displacement by time. So I will take this as v is equal to s by t. So here s is displacement, t is time and v is velocity. So I will transpose this t to the LHS side. It becomes s is equal to Vt. I will take this as s is equal to Vt, or firstly I will write Vt. Vt is equal to v into t is equal to s, or s is equal to, I will write v into t here. S is equal to v into t. So here I will take any 2 points. Any 2 points. For example, this point and this point. So here when velocity means initial velocity and final velocity. Here the at time 0 and also the velocity has 2 meter per second. So it's a initial point, it's a final point. So likewise we have to take, here it is, I will take, here it is a initial point and here it is a final point. So when we take this, I will take some of the perpendicular lines here, because so we want velocity and time. So velocity means it's a common, it's a straight line parallel to the x-axis, means there is no need of taking that any uncertain interval of velocity. So here we want certain interval of time here. So just observe here, when we take like this, so here this distance becomes velocity, this distance, that means I will take this as A, B, C and D. So then AD and BC, the distance AD and BC becomes the velocity of an object, and the line CD becomes time. So let us take that one. Here velocity, the distance showing the velocity is AD, and here the distance showing the time taken is this, in this interval is CD. So S is equal to CD. So here just observe, so AD into CD means, so we taken some of the multiplication between two adjacent sides of this rectangle. So then what we have, so a multiplication of adjacent sides means it's a area of rectangle. Area of rectangle we have to find out. So when we have to multiply the adjacent sides of those rectangles, that is, when we have the displacement we have to calculate when we have to take the area of rectangle ABC. That is, here it is, area of rectangle ABC. Yes, that means when we take area of the graph, area under the graph of velocity time graph, that is area under the velocity time graph, we have the displacement. So that's why we have to conclude that the area under the graph, velocity time graph gives displacement. So likewise, the slope of the graph gives acceleration of an object, means here when we take the area under the velocity time graph, we have displacement. That means we have to find out the area of this velocity time graph. So when we found out the value of area under this rectangle, area under this graph, we have a displacement. So this is a case of uniform motion. So let us move on to the next case, that is uniform acceleration. Yes, so let us take uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration means here it is a case of non-uniform motion. So here just observe the data here. So first 1 second, after the completion of interval 1 second, the object covers 2 meters. After completion of 2 seconds, object covers 8 meters, and after the interval of 3 seconds, object covers 18 meters, and after the interval of 4 seconds, object covers 32 meters here. That means here in this case, the motion is non-uniform. There is no any uniformity in the motion, so it's completely accelerating. So but when we take the acceleration is uniform. So let us look at that one. So just observe. So firstly we have to find out the value of velocity. So velocity means it's a displacement by time. So 2 by 1 is equal to 2, and 8 by 2 is equal to 4, then 18 by 3 is equal to 6, and 32 by 4 is equal to 8. Yes. Observe this time and velocity. So here it is, after the completion of 1 second, so we have 2 meter per second velocity. After the interval of 2 seconds, we have 4 meter per second velocity. After the completion of 3 seconds, we have 6 meter per second velocity, and after completion of 4 seconds, we have 8 meter per second velocity. That means here it is the velocity of an object increases with the time here. So that means here it is, just observe, when we again take the division, because we want acceleration, uniform acceleration. That means here just observe, 2 by 1 is 2, 4 by 2 is also 2, and 6 by 3 also 2, 8 by 4 also 2. That means this velocity by time, we have acceleration. So completely in the journey, so we have 2 meter per second square acceleration. So that's why it's the case of uniform acceleration. So let us that time we have to call it as a uniform acceleration. It is. So let us take all the data into the graphical representation of motion, that is velocity time graph. So let us take one by one. So 1, 2. So that means here after the completion of 1 second, 2 meter per second velocity. So the object has 2 meter per second velocity. Firstly we have to take the coordinates. So here just observe 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 4, 6, 8. So let us take in this system. So here I will take 2 unit is equal to 1 second. Here whether it is possible? No, I will take 1 meter per second in 1 3 4 5 6 7 9 10 11. It is enough. So after that we have to take the scale. So here just observe 2 second, 2 unit is equal to 1 second, that is 2 unit is equal to 1 second. Then here just observe 1 unit is equal to 1 meter per second, that is here 1 unit is equal to 1 meter per second. Yes. So after that we have to take the coordinate systems. So firstly 1, 2, x-axis first and y-axis next. So that is 1, 2 means here I will take here 1, 2 here. Here is the point. Then here 2, 4. Here it is 2 and here it is 4. Then 3, 6. Here it is 3. Here it is 6. So firstly after that we have to check all the things whether it is correct or not. Then 4, 8. Here it is 4, 8. 4, 8 here. Yes. Then after that we have to join all the things, all the points here. Whether it is correct or not. This here. Yes. So some disturbance is there. When you draw in a graph notebook, so it should be correct. Yes. So let us join all the points here. Yes. This is the nature of graph. So just observe. So it's a straight line or it's a slope graph. So we have like this. So in this case of uniform acceleration, we have the nature of graph like this. So it should be passes through the origin. So here just observe 1, 2, 2, 4 means here 0, 0 only. So that's why here it should be coincide with the origin. So when we draw in the graph notebook, so it should be correct. So this is the nature of uniform acceleration when we have a graphical representation of velocity time graph. So here it is the nature of the graph. So here we have to find out the area under the graph. Before we have area under the graph, here also we have to find out the area under the graph. So how can we find out that one? So here I will take the firstly the starting point and the final point. Here I will take the starting point here. Here I will take the starting point. Yes, and here I will take another point. Yes. So here we have to find out the area under the graph. I will name this one area under the graph, that is ABCD. So we have to find out the area of ABCD quadrilateral. But here just observe, it's quite difficult. So here there is no any regularity in the shape. So for that what we have to do is, so we have to take a perpendicular line here like this. Yes. So the whole quadrilateral becomes the sum of this triangle and this rectangle. So that's why when we take the area under the graph, so here in this case we have to take displacement is equal to area under this ABCE and plus AED triangle. So how can we take that one? So S is equal to area of ABCED. So we have to find area under the graph. Then how can we take that one? So here area of ABCD means, so here we split that whole quadrilateral into two parts, that is one is the triangle, one is the rectangle. So that's why it's the sum of two, the area is the sum of those two shapes. Yes. So let us take that one. So that is firstly I will take area of rectangle ABCE plus area of triangle AED. Then, so what is the area of rectangle ABCE? So we have to take the multiplication of two adjacent sides, that is AB and BC. Here I will take AB into BC plus. So area of triangle AED, half into base into height, that is half into AE into ED, that is 1/2 into AE into ED. So this is the area under the graph. So we have to find out the displacement in the case of uniform acceleration. Then we get the value of this displacement AD. We can get the value of this displacement AD. So it is a starting point A and this is the ending point, final point D. So here it is also some velocity, here is also some velocity. From the use of that, when we find out the area under the graph, we have the value of displacement, So this is about the uniform acceleration, the case of uniform acceleration. So let us have some of the other cases also. So when we have negative acceleration, that means here in this case the object increases its acceleration. When the object decreases its acceleration, so what is the nature of graph? And when the object moves in a non-uniform acceleration, that means sometimes it decreases, increases, sometimes decreases, increases, like that. In this case, what happens? We have to learn. So let us take one by one. Yes. So this is the last two cases of this part, that is velocity time graph. So we already know about uniform motion and we already know about uniform acceleration. So here we have to know about negative acceleration. That means here also we know about the increasing velocity. So sometime after completion of 1 second, 2 meters per second, after completion of 2 seconds, 4 meter per second. After completion of 3 seconds, 6 meter per second. After completion of 4 seconds, so 8 meter per second. So when it is reverses, so what happens? Initially the object is in the acceleration of velocity of 8 meter per second. So after completion of 1 second, 8 meter per second. After completion of 2 seconds, 6 meter per second. After completion of 3 seconds, 4 meter per second. After completion of 8 seconds, 2 meter per second. That means the graph here decreases, the velocity is decreases. So the nature of graphs looks like this. So when we have the velocity time graph, means here velocity along y-axis. Here we have to take velocity in meter per second in y-axis and time along x-axis, time in second along x-axis. So when we have a negative acceleration, that means also we are calling it as a retardation. So the graph looks like this. Yes. So this is the nature of graph when we have a negative acceleration or retardation. That means here when we have the acceleration, value of acceleration, the value of acceleration or the value we got in the case of finding acceleration, it is negative. So here it is in the case the velocity decreases with time. Then, so let us take non-uniform acceleration. The non-uniform acceleration means it's completely non-uniform motion. So when we have the non-uniform motion means, so here we have the acceleration sometime increasing, sometime decreasing, like that. So that's why, so here when we take velocity along y-axis, velocity in meter per second, and time along x-axis, time in second. Yes. So the graph looks like this. Sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing, sometimes it is increasing, and sometimes it is decreasing, like that. So this is the nature of graph. Whatever the graph. So when it is like this, when it is like this. So whatever the nature of graph, but it looks like non-uniform. Sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing, sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing. So the graph also non-uniform. The curve also non-uniform here. So these are some of the cases when we have uniform motion, when we have uniform acceleration, when we have negative acceleration, when we have non-uniform acceleration. We can represent graphically in the velocity time graph. So we can analyze the graph, we can analyze the nature of motion very easily. So I hope you enjoyed this part. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you can get the notifications very easily. So thank you all and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.